So when did the speaker say this? The speaker said this when Debney asked him to share his experience, narrate his experience, narrate any story about supernatural occurrences. What was he talking about? He was talking about supernatural occurrences or about the strange true incident that happened with him personally. Correct, Vedanti? Yes, correct. So, what was he talking about? He was talking about supernatural occurrences and the yes, this is also correct, Shreyas, that he was talking about or he was talking that the truthful or the true stories are better than fiction. He was talking about the truth, how he believed in truth, how truth is more powerful than fiction, and to support this, he narrated his own experiences, personal experience. Pragati, the stranger, said these words to Debney and his friends. So, second part, it was then the face began to get a firmer hold of me. It grew more and more real and remarkable. What is referred to as the face here? Yes, correct, Anshika. Yes, patch on the wall or the uncommon patch on the wall. The patch on the wall or any adjective if you want to write, you can write any adjective. So the answer is patch on the wall. Yes, Anshika, correct answer. When did the face begin to get a firmer hold of the speaker? Shreyas, correct. Correct answer. You have explained, so that is correct. The patch on the wall which had the features like an American gentleman. This is the first answer. And second is, when did the face begin to get a firmer hold of the speaker? When he was ill with, when he was, or when he fell ill with influenza. The face began, the face began to, the face began to get a firmer hold of the speaker when he was, or when he fell ill with influenza. And last is, why did the speaker call the face remarkable? Yes, what was extraordinary about the face? Why he called it extraordinary, remarkable? What was the reason that he called? This is important. Why did the speaker call the face remarkable? Yes, Anishika, it is correct. The answer you have written, that is correct, as it was related to Mr. Ormond Wall's life and related to his fate, because it was face of, yes, an uncommon man, a man in thousands. Yes, this is correct. Anyone else? Be quick. Give answer. Why did the speaker call the face remarkable? What was the reason? Why he thought that yes, this face is something strange, some unique thing is there. Yes, Parisha, correct, because the face was related to the face of an American gentleman. Okay, Shreyas, wait, don't do this. When he had. Okay, now. Yeah. Yes, Pragati, just wait. Pragati, the questions which are in past tense, you will write the answers in past tense, and if the question is in present tense, then you will write the answers in present tense. See, the answer for this part is the why did the speaker call the face remarkable? And as Anshika, Shreyas, and Parisha Vedanti, they have said that because it was related to, he thought that it was related to someone who really exists, right? And then you can write that it was because the features. This is the main thing because the features were prominent. This is mentioned in the chapter also when he said that the features were prominent and the face grew face was not changing his shape. The patch was not changing the shape, right? Yes, the face seemed so real. It it resembled someone's face, someone's feature, and there was a curious curve of nose. This is mentioned in the book, na? That there was a curious curve of nose, and the forehead was remarkable. Means the features, the facial or the expressions, you can say the features, the facial features, facial expressions, these were prominent, so prominent, as he said that, or as there was a curious curve of the nose and the forehead was remarkable, and then it looked like the face of an uncommon man. It looked like the face of an uncommon man, a man in a thousand. I don't think, Dipuji, this will work here because he is asking. The question is, why do people call the face remarkable? This is in the very first part of the chapter where he has not described about that person. He was just thinking. So we have to write according to his thought. Okay. So that is why we will write that why did the people call the face remarkable? Because according to him, or he thought that, or it seemed that the real person existed, and then because the face on the wall had a prominent feature, had a curious curve of nose and then remarkable forehead. In fact, it looked like the face. It looked like the face on the face of an uncommon man, a man in thousands. Okay, this is the question. This is the answer. And Kritika, second B answer, that is very simple. You just tell what happened. When did the face begin to get a firmer hold? When it got hold of speaker's narrator's mind? You tell the answer. There was some specific time when he said this, that now that face became a madness. What was that time? For first C, okay, what was he talking about? He was talking about he was talking about supernatural occurrences, and he was talking about how he believed in truth, and truth is always stronger, strange, you can say always stronger and stranger than fiction. He was talking about these things. And Pulkit 7th A. Bache, check your timetable. This is not your English period today. Yes, Angel, correct answer. Because he was ill, so he used to see that face, so that face took a hold of his mind. Okay, now let's start with exercise A3. And as I have already told you that you have to write these answers means exercise A3 and A4 for 4 marks, according to 4 marks. Anshika has given the answer to me. This is to entertain people, to make the situation more interesting. Yes, correct, Anshika. So sometimes people make up stories or describe a real situation in a way so that it appears magnified. Yes, means they make it interesting and it looked like, yes, this is, nobody can imagine that situation. This is the way they tell. I have, when I started the story, I have told you now that there are two types of storytellers. One, those who explain everything plainly, means without any effects and without any drama, without any creating any kind of or arousing any kind of curiosity. They just plainly tell the story. This happened, and then finish. Right? But there are people who try to engage everyone. They try to grab attention, okay, so that to make their story, so for that purpose what they do, they make their story interesting, right? So The question is, do you think this is done with a purpose to entertain or to seek attention? So I think I have already given the answer. Yes, that people do this if they are creating, if they are describing real situation in a way so that it appears magnified. So definitely they just want to attract the, you can say, readers or listeners. They want their attention, they want uh, they want them to engage whatever they are saying, right? So express your views. Now it is totally up to you how you. Yes, yes, Bableen correct, Vedanti correct. They want to seek attention. They want to see, you can say both things. Do you think this is done with the purpose to entertain or to seek attention? I think both things are there. Sometimes they want to entertain others and sometimes they want to seek attention, right? And mostly, definitely, they want to seek attention. They want everyone's attention towards them, right? We all want attention. I don't think there is anybody who doesn't like attention, right? So yes, I also think that the purpose is to seek attention, and in the process of seeking attention, what they do, they entertain people also, right? When they try to seek attention, side by side, what they are doing, they are entertaining others. If we are interested in that story, we will be entertained, right? As we read the story, when we came to the end of that story, yes, we were entertained, right? We cannot say that yes, we just read the story and nothing was interesting in that, this, that. No, we were entertained. Whenever we watch any movie, same way we go for the entertainment also. Okay, so yes, it is to seek attention, and now you have to express your views. Means now you have to tell the points supporting your answer. Why do you think that they want to seek attention? This is, you can say, their nature. And mostly you can start that people love to be entertained. You can say this, that people love to be entertained, and whenever they find someone who entertains them, they are automatically attracted towards that person. And storytelling is, you can say, is some kind of art. We all cannot tell any story in any interesting way. There are some basic skills which we need to tell interesting story so that we can grab the attention of people and we can also entertain them, right? So yes, I think you will write, you will begin with yes only, yes, and then comma, then you will write that I think this is done with a purpose to seek attention, or if you think that it is done with a purpose to entertain, or if you think that both reasons or both things are correct, then you will write both things. And plus you have to give your views why you think these, think that this is the reason. Okay, if you think that yes, they do this to seek attention, then you will write your reasons why. Because maybe that is their nature, maybe they always want to be in the limelight, right? That is why they tell story. Or maybe secondary purpose is to entertain others, as sometimes life get boring, right? Because whenever we follow routine, some boredom is there, right? So just to distract others from that boredom, they create interesting stories. Okay, now it is up to you. The reasons that you think according to you are correct, you will write those reasons, but not in 1, 2, 3, 4 point form. Okay, in a paragraph, try to give 4 reasons that yes, according to me, people do this to seek attention or to entertain others. If you are writing entertain others, then you can easily write that people love to be entertained, and as we follow some routine, life sometimes get boring, and just to avoid that boredom, people prefer interesting stories, right? And sometimes this is, if you are saying seek attention, yes, when they want to seek attention, maybe that is their nature, and maybe they are very comfortable in that way only. So you have to write the reasons, proper reasons. Now next is, yes, Sadhika, it totally depends how you start. This is, yes, see, we have already discussed this, that the beginning, first impression is the last impression, you can say. So how you begin the story, that is where you, the reader or the listener decides, yes, we are going to continue with the story or we should avoid this, right? Okay, it was just imagination. Okay, Anshika. I think yes, because narrator was ill on bed all day, kept on wondering. Yes, 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 it is. It was, you can say, imagination. Yes, Bablin, correct answer. See, Bablin has given few points that they seek attention so that people could listen, and then entertainment. There is no entertainment. If there is no entertainment, then it would be boring. And number one will, no one will have interest in listening. Yes, both things are important. So it is up to you. You have to express your views. You are free to express whatever you think, right? Next is the face on the wall began to get a firmer hold of the narrator after he fell ill with influenza. I think Kritika, you got your answer also, right? Good. So the face on the wall began to get a firmer hold of the narrator after he fell ill with influenza. Do you think the narrator was hallucinating? Hallucinating means it was the kind of, you can say, illusion for him. Means hallucinating means when something is not really present, but we can sense that thing. Means sometimes we can smell, we can hear, we can feel the touch, right? But maybe that, usually that is because of illness or because we are taking strong medicines, right? So that is the reason. Otherwise it is, you can say, it is just they are daydreaming, but not in a very simple sense. That is very dangerous condition. Okay. So he said that, do you think the narrator was just hallucinating due to the illness and the medicine he took? So Anshika has given the answer. According to her, yes. Vedanti has also given the answer that yes, it was just his imagination, right? It was his imagination. You will not write the end of the story. Just stick to the first part of the story where he was narrating. Okay. So yes, it, he was just imagining everything as he was ill. He has nothing to do. He was lying there whole day doing just reading, eating, and sleeping. So that is the time, that was the time when he started looking at the face frequently. He started thinking about that face frequently, and that was the time when the face took hold of his mind completely. As when we have nothing to do, we start focusing on the things which usually are non-important for us, you can say, right? Now again, we have already discussed this in that first part also, that do you think the narrator was hallucinating? Means because he was ill, narrator was just hallucinating, he was just daydreaming, you can say, due to his illness and the medicines he took, as that during that time he has nothing to do. He was just lying on the bed, reading, eating, and sleeping. So that time he started thinking about the face, about that patch, or he got so much time, so much free time to look at that face, look at that patch continuously, that he started. Okay, according to Shreyas, the answer is no. I don't think the narrator was hallucinating because of the medicines and the illness, but the face got hold of him because he had nothing to do and he was staring at the wall, and that was the only thing in his mind. Okay, the face, and he started to look for. Okay, correct. This is also correct. Shreyas has written that no, it was not because of illness and the medicines, because it was because of his free time that he was staring at the wall. You can write it like this also, and you can write like that also, that because of that illness and medicines he took, there was some effect of those medicines and illness on his mind also. And moreover, he got free time to stare at the wall. Combine these two answers. Now it is up to you how you write. Okay, he was imagining everything. He was thinking about something horror, and due to this, he thinks that face on the wall is real. As we said, when empty mind is devil's house. Okay, an empty mind is a devil's house. Same thing happened with narrator. Yes, Sadhika, correct. So I think the answers are clear. See, this third part is exercise 8.3. Think and answer. It is totally about your views. So try to express your views openly. Now next is learn interesting terms. Exercise A4. This exercise is to be done in your notebook, fair notebooks. Based on your reading, write a note on the significance of the first person narrative in the story. Person narrative we have already discussed in that chapter 9, right? How first person narrative is important in that poem also, I think. I forgot the name of that poem. Somebody's mother, in which we have discussed about first person narrative, means when I is used, when the story is, yes, just me, yes, Japuji, just me, correct, just me. So based on your reading, write a note on the significance of the first person narrative in the story. It means now you have to tell how that use of first person narrative is significant when you read that this story. So do you think there is any significance of that first person narrative, or it is just a story? Yes, helps to connect the story with real life. Yes, correct, Japuji. She has given us the first point and appropriate point, that whenever the story is in first person narrative, it helps us to connect the story with real life. And one more thing that I have told you, whenever we discuss, okay, it makes, okay, practical and more interesting. Yes, correct. It makes the story practical, important, and more interesting. Yes, because of its connectivity. Yes, Angel, correct. It creates interest because we can connect more real and forces us to believe. Yes, whenever first person narrative is used, we think the story is real, and it forces us to believe in the story. It gives us more freedom to express our thought. Okay, okay. It helps to connect the story with us. Yes. Good for entertainment. Yes. So now you have to combine all these points to frame one answer, that whenever the story is written in the first person narrative, we see ourselves connected, right? We see ourselves reflected in it. Whenever the story is written in first person narrative, we see ourselves connected. You can say we see ourselves reflected in it, and our brain starts imagining, our brain imagines as it is real. Okay, and our brain imagines as it is real. And first person narrative always helps us to connect with the story. Yes, it is a good source. So you can say it also helps in entertaining the reader, entertaining the reader. And I think basic point is that it helps us to connect with the story because we think that this is something personal, right? Something real. Yes, Kritika. But here you will not give example of just me. You will give example of this chapter only. As in this chapter, the narrator started, or the narrator began or the narrator told us that this is his personal experience, and we immediately got connected to that story. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, Parisha, very good point. That it seems that we are a part of that story. Whenever the story is in first person narrative, we think that we are a part of the story. Good point, Parisha. So I hope the answer is clear. So next is write a note on the irony in the story. Can anyone tell me about irony? Yes, yes, that is why I am asking Pragati that what is irony? Okay, Anshika. Yes, correct. But what is irony? Okay, okay, Anshika. Yes, again, Parisha has given the answer. Anshika, your answer is, you can say, partially correct, but it is, you can say, something opposite. Irony means maybe it is a situation in which you thought that this is going to be the result of this situation, but something totally opposite happens. Okay, but or you can say you are saying some. It is a kind of sarcasm, taunt. Okay, means I am saying something. Okay, I am so pleased to see you all. This is, I am really pleased to see you all. But you can consider, maybe we don't want any guests, right? I don't want any guests at my home, right? So whenever they arrive, I will say, okay, I'm pleased to see you all. So this is a kind of sarcasm. Irony means I don't really mean that, but still I'm just saying this, and I mean totally opposite. Clear? So now you have to write a short note on the irony in the story, and Anshika has already given the answer, but I want more answers. Yes, yes, Vedanti correct, and Kritika correct. Correct. So what? Write a short note on the irony in the story. Do you think irony, this figure of speech, is used in the story? Yes, correct, Angel. First part of the irony is that when the narrator, in the beginning, he told us that he believed in truth and not in fictional stories. But what he did himself, he just narrated a fictional story. Correct? And he, at the end, he revealed that he had made this story half an hour ago. This was the first, you can say, irony of this chapter, this story, that the way he emphasized, he believed only in truth and not in fictional stories. The way he said that the way he said that the truth is not only stranger than fiction, but also more interesting. But by the end, or at the end, it was just totally opposite. He revealed, he revealed that he revealed that this story was cooked up by him half an hour ago, right? Avni, bache, check your timetable. This is not your English period. And any other, you can say any other irony. Anshika, please send your answer again. Just wait, I'll try to find it out. Yes, so according to Anshika, that starting very strong, very serious, but end it was very ironic, totally opposite. We had what we have thought, but still very interesting. We believe it proves that yes, first impression is the last impression. So this is the irony, correct? Okay, Jayant is saying yes because the narrator told he was telling the truth, but at the end he told that he made the story half an hour ago. Yes, Tanish, the story was fake, totally fake. So this is the irony. This is the irony of this story. Yes, in a humorous way. Is it okay? With this, we come to an end of this chapter. Back exercise we will discuss later. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask. Anything? No doubt at all?